if nuclear war takes place, who will be blamed for it? I am not the only one by any means. There are huge numbers of scholars and analysts around the world who are already of the same view as I am, that nuclear war seems to be now inevitable. But I want to address the subject of a post-nuclear war world and the immense amount of devastation which will take place. Only a remnant of mankind will survive that war. And so we expect, therefore, that nuclear war would be a war to the finish. That each side will use the maximum amount of nuclear weapons that they can use. And hence it is not far-fetched for us to conclude that there will be immense devastation around the world, particularly in Russia, China, and in the Western world, and wherever there are American bases, like one of the biggest one of all in Kosovo. Whatever remains of the world after that nuclear war would be one in which whoever survives that war would ask, who is to blame for this? And whoever is able to get mankind, the majority of mankind, to agree upon who is to blame for that war, that country, those people, are going to be targeted by mankind. It is not in Islamic eschatology at all that all of mankind will perish. There will be no more life on earth after that nuclear war. Because our Prophet, Allah's blessing be upon him, he said that either 7 years or 7 months, but we prefer the 7 years hadith, after the Great War, that a Muslim army will conquer Constantinople. I wonder why the scholars of Islam are not paying attention to this prophecy. Why are they not speaking on this prophecy? That after the Great War, within a few years, a Muslim army will conquer Constantinople. And he praised the army and he praised the commander. He said, لَتَفْتَحَنَّ الْقُسْطَنْطِنِيَّةَ لَنِعْمَ الْأَمِيرُ آمِرُهَا وَلَنِعْمَ الْجَيْشُ ذَلِكَ الْجَيْشُ. He praised the army and he praised the commander. So we know there is life after the Great War. But the question is, in that post-nuclear war world, who is going to be blamed for that Great War and that devastation of mankind? Well, when 9/11 took place, we asked, who has benefited the most from 9/11? That's the good place to start in determining who is responsible for 9/11. So similarly, if the Great War takes place, or when the Great War takes place, a good place for mankind to start to determine who is responsible for that Great War is who will benefit the most. Now, I offer an Islamic eschatology. And in my eschatology, my eschatological view, we have a figure called the false Messiah. And our Prophet, Allah's blessing be upon him, described him as Al-Masih al-Dajjal. He's not simply Dajjal or the impersonator. He is more than that. He is the false Messiah. So Dajjal is linked with the subject of the Messiah. And in order for him to fulfill his mission of impersonation of the true Messiah, I hope this is not too complex for you, that you'll be able to think and understand. This is Islamic eschatology. So if the false Messiah is to impersonate the true Messiah, number one, he has to liberate the Holy Land for the Israelite people. He's done that already, has he not? Number two, he has to bring the Israelite people back to the Holy Land, to reclaim it as their own. 2,000 years after Allah expelled them from the He's done that already, has he not? Number three, he has to restore a state of Israel in the Holy Land and get the Israelite people, today they're called Jews, to believe that this is holy Israel. He's done that already, has he not? Has he not? And then finally, he has to take that Israel and make it the ruling state in the world. That is still to come. And therefore he gave us Pax Britannica, and then Pax Americana, and then a Pax Judaica to complete his mission with Israel ruling the world. If Israel is to rule the world, and I'm not the only one saying that, then modern Western civilization and Russia and China, you have to get them to fight with each other, to mutually destroy each other. That's the plan. So when nuclear war takes place, then when mankind sees what we are saying is going to happen, we see a state of Israel attempting to replace the United States of America as the next ruling state in the world. From the time the world sees, or the remnant of the world sees the evidence that a Pax Judaica is coming to replace Pax Americana, and Israel is poised to assume position as the ruling state in the world, taking first of all control over money, with one central bank ruling the one currency that all of mankind will have, and of course that will be in Israel. Then it will not be difficult for mankind to come to the conclusion they are the ones responsible for the Great War. I don't have to provide the evidence who pulled the trigger, who did this and who did that. Who is benefiting from the Great War? So I want to end this brief video, which introduces a new subject now, which I have not discussed in the past. The great likelihood that in a post-nuclear world, mankind will eventually blame the state of Israel and the Zionist movement around the world, blame them for the nuclear war. If I am wrong, if evidence of this never materializes, then I'm wrong. I'll accept if I'm still alive, I'm wrong. But if the evidence does emerge, and I'm right, then it'll confirm the truth, which came with the Quran and with Prophet Muhammad. Allah's blessing be upon him.